is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about De'Aaron Fox, him and his Sacramento great start, and I think that this is something that will continue throughout his career. Obviously, a lot of people thought that he would be a great player. That's why he was in the top 5 in the draft, getting picked by Sacramento, a team that really needed somebody fresh and new after losing Rondo and DeMarcus Cousins and Rudy Gay. They had to go in a different direction, and they wanted to go in a more younger direction. Obviously, they wasn't winning games with DeMarcus Cousins, so at the end of the day, they had to find a different direction to try to get back to the playoffs. It's tough in the West, as you guys already know. The top 10 seed team's going to probably win over 35 to 40 games, making it tough just to deal with injuries or have injuries, or it don't separate you that much from getting in and out of the playoffs at the end of the day. Now, Sacramento was a team that I definitely picked not to make the playoffs, and I feel like they're going to be one of the worst teams. But as I said consistently, I feel like they're going in the right direction, having a lot of young talent on this roster that looks real good. It's just about developing them, getting them on the same page, and building the chemistry, and really trusting and believing in each other, and building winning habits. This team hasn't really won anything. They haven't really did anything. They haven't even came close to making the playoffs, even when they had a superstar player in DeMarcus Cousins. Now you have a team that is real balanced. It's all just about developing. They have Marvin Bagley. They have Bogdanovich, Willie Cauley-Stein. They have Harry Giles, Buddy Hield, Justin Jackson, Skylar Bissiere. You still do have young players like Ben McLemore that can still develop into something special if it does happen. So this team really ain't really having no hoes, because they do have Buddy Hield for the shooting guard position. They have Justin Jackson and other players for the 3, and they obviously have Harry Giles, Skylar Bissiere, and Willie Cauley-Stein for bigs. And Costa Koufis is a veteran big that already done made it to the playoffs and did things. But I think that this team is going in the right direction. It's just about getting everybody developed. And it might take another year or two to get there. But one thing I noticed is De'Aaron Fox. I see how much he has evolved these first 3 games. Now, I'm not overreacting, but this is the development that everybody thought that he would make as he gets started. Remember, he wasn't starting all of last year. He came off the bench a couple games while also missing some games. But he played 73 games last year. He started 61 of them. You started to see the improvement as the season went on, but he was still filling out the game. He was still making the adjustments. He was still learning when to score, when to pass, when to attack, when not to attack, when to go full speed, when not to go full speed. And he was still trying to work on that jump shot, but he still had to learn his teammates and see what they liked and where they're at. And on top of that, he had to learn the coach and how he can play in the system. So now that he's going to get 35 plus minutes because he's a starter, and he's going to be starting majority of the year, barring injuries, he don't really have nobody that's going to take his spot. Now he can get a lot more comfortable and just focus on getting better every season and getting better every game, because he is going to be their franchise point guard, something that was up in discussion last year until they traded George Hill and gave him majority of the minutes and majority of the starts. Now he can build upon that year by studying footage, by learning what works, what don't work, talking to his teammates, talking to his development coaches. And he is a guy that you want on your roster because he wants to win. He plays hard, and he is a solid defender for his weight and for his stature. He is a guy that relies a lot on speed and talent, but he still has to develop. He only been in the league for 1 year, and this is going to be his first year fully starting for the whole season. And that's only going to make him better, and that's only going to make him more comfortable within this system and with his teammates. And that's what you want out of your point guard. You definitely want a point guard that can run the offense, but also take over, but also defend his position. And we all know in the Western Conference that this is the hardest conference, especially for guards and especially for point guards. Is elite level point guards through damn near every team on this in the conference. So I just feel like De'Aaron Fox needed some time to really understand the game and slow the game down, and then figure out when he can attack, when he should attack, and when he can play his game, while also keeping his teammates happy and keeping his teammates getting touches and finding his teammates, knowing the plays, seeing the plays, practicing the plays, and going out there executing it in the games. And at the end of the day, you don't really know that until you go out there and play. And since he has a lot of games where he's going to get a lot of minutes, barring foul trouble or injury, he should be able to make those adjustments and really make a strong case for being the most improved player. And I do think he can average 20 points a game. This team is very talented, but they're going to need somebody that's going to take the shots. They're going to need somebody that's going to be aggressive every game, because when you look at this roster, you don't really see no players that, besides really Marvin Bagley, that has that attack, take over, dominant mindset, that wants to take the shots, that wants to be the man. You see a lot of guys that are still trying to learn and develop their game, and they're still trying to figure out their niche in the league, which is understandable because most of these players is under 25 and they haven't even been in the league for 5 years, and these are the players that they're relying on. But De'Aaron Fox is 20 years old, and he is 6'3", 175. So he's still far from where you want him to be weight-wise. He's still far from where you want him to be muscle-wise. But his IQ is only going to get better. His understanding of the game is only going to get better because he will be starting and playing the bulk of the minutes at that point guard position. Will he shoot 50% from the field? I doubt it, but I can definitely see him shooting over 44 to 45%. Will he shoot 14% from three? He never been a great three-point shooter, especially because a three-point shot is a little bit big. It is bigger in the NBA and longer. So obviously, that's something that he's going to have to continue to work on, but it's not going to happen overnight. That's something that he's going to have to continue to trust and develop and be consistent at taking them. Just because you can't take threes don't mean you shouldn't take them at all, but you still got to have the confidence to take them. And once you have that confidence, you just got to continue to repeat it in practice so you can knock them down in a regular game, which is easier said than done, but that's the only way you're going to get good at it. And he only shooting 2 threes a game. Ain't like he's going out here throwing up 5, 6, 7 threes, and he knows that's not his game. He still gets to the paint. He still uses his mid-range. He still uses his floaters. And the guy just is a winner. That's the thing I like about him the most, is that he loves seeing his teammates happy. He loves seeing his teammates do their thing, but he also is a guy that wants to make the steal, make the block, get the rebound, get the putback, hit the shots. He has the intangibles that you want in the number 5 pick. It's just about getting him there. That's going to be the toughest thing, but he has a winning mentality. He has the ability to be hungry, and you can see that just coming out this year in attack mode. He's not hesitating, he's not overthinking, he's just going out there playing his game, and that's what I wanted to see him do last year. He did it some games, he was off and on, but that was just because inconsistent minutes and fighting for the starting position. Now that he's acclimated, he knows the game, he's seen the game, he knows the coverages, because they did it all last year. It's just about making the adjustments and continuing to add to your game, so that way when they counter that, you have a counter already ready going into the rest of this season. So it's all about learning, it's all about development, and it's all about trying to get these players on the same page. They're all hungry. A lot of them want to prove themselves. A lot of them fighting for their rookie extension. So at the end of the day, that makes them want it more, because they fighting for relevancy. They trying to be a star, but they also trying to stay in the league. And having those guys having that mentality that they can be better, they will get better, and they want to win. That's what you want a young team to have, and they're instilling their brain, figuring out and learning how to steal and win and close games. And until they learn that, they won't be a playoff team. And it's going to hurt the Sacramento Kings fans a lot. But this team has more talent than the one that DeMarcus Cousins was on. Only problem with that is that they're going to have to pay more players. But it's all about trial and error, learning who should get paid, who's going to be the star, learning who's going to be starting, who's going to get more minutes, learning who's going to be the sixth man, who's going to be the starters. I think that's all the things that they're going to figure out the next 2 years, and they can go about paying players like that, seeing that who's really a big part of the big picture and who's really not, and who really is going to be the guy and who's going to be in these certain roles. And that's something that they're going to have to brand and establish throughout these next couple games and next couple years, is finding identity, finding that guy, and then just trying to figure out how to win with a young team. Now, like I said, most of these players are under 25, so I understand it. But at the same time, we just got to see it play out. But when I look at the other teams like Phoenix, like Dallas, like Orlando, and teams like that, this team damn near has just as good and just the same amount of talent as those teams. And most of those teams play in the Western Conference. And some teams are going from being at the top, now they falling down to the bottom, and other teams like the Denvers, like the Minnesota Timberwolves, are eating up their spots because they're ready to go right now, while them other teams are rebuilding or trying to get back to where they fell off from. And most of the time, if you start getting older, out with the old, in with the new, and that's what Sacramento has done. DeMarcus Cousins wasn't even 30 years old, and they traded him, and now they have a young core that looks special on paper. It's just about putting it together. And De'Aaron Fox is going to be great. That pull-up jumper looks a lot better. His ability to use that floater, create space is a lot better. He's a lot more smoother. He does need to watch his turnovers, but that's expected for a guy that just started his first whole season this year, and still learning his teammates and learning the system and what the coach is trying to do, and learning what teammates like the ball at. It's difficult being a point guard. Like I said, at the end of the day, you bring up the ball, you run into plays, you're trying to be aggressive, you're trying to find out when to attack and when not to. And when you as fast and as athletic as De'Aaron Fox, you gotta learn when to turn it off and turn it on, but also change the pace that can open up plays for your teammates, but also help you be aggressive and still find your shot when it ain't available. So at the end of the day, De'Aaron Fox does look like a star in these first 3 games, even though he did turn the ball over a lot. He wasn't really making that three a lot. But at the end of the day, this is just year 2, and it hasn't even went out. It hasn't even finished. But he's showing signs that he will be an 18 to 22 to 23 point scorer in the league in the future, just not right now. But if he do average 20 points a game this year because they need him to do it and they feel like he's going to be their franchise player, then he will be a huge favorite to win most improved player. Because if you can go from 12 points to 20 points, and then you getting 6 to 7 assists, plus 4 to 5 rebounds, plus your field goal percentage, your 3-point percentage, and your free throw percentage all increase better than last year, and you're getting more minutes, so you got more chances to put up those numbers consistently. There's no real reason why he can't be the most improved player. And the start that he has had, is building upon that and continue to make adjustments and continue to evolve your game over the course of a season, is only going to help him win the award even quicker. But if he does do that, that's a big step in the right direction for the Sacramento Kings. And now it's just about finding pieces that you can win with De'Aaron Fox, and finding ways to keep them intact, pay them, develop them, and try to get them to where they can build those winning habits that I was talking about. So they're getting in the right direction. They have the talent, they have the youth, they have some shooters, they have some inside players, and they have some decent guards. Now it's about finding who are your main 3 guys. Whether you got to still find them through the draft, or you find them through a trade, or you just continue trying to develop them right now to see if they can become those guys. But as of right now, De'Aaron Fox is their best player to me, and he has the most potential of becoming a superstar on this roster. Worst case scenario, they get a top 10 pick. Best case scenario, they still get a top 10 pick, but they start seeing what they really have and what they can build upon with this Sacramento team. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Check out my spread shirt. There you can find t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, and even accessories like phone cases, pillowcases, even water bottles. And also check out my Facebook page. I got certain t-shirts that's only available through the Facebook page. You can change the color of the t-shirt. You can change the logo in the color of the t-shirt, but you have to pick a certain logo and just tell me if you want it this color or you want the logo that color or you want to change both of them, and I can get it shipped out to you the next day. So thanks for watching. Check out my older videos. Binge watch those, especially the predictions and what to expect, the season previews, but also continue to support the channel by liking the videos, commenting, and liking on Facebook. And Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. Let me know if you guys think De'Aaron Fox is a superstar. Do you think he'll just be an all-star? Do you think they can build around him? Do you think that he's just going to be a role player? Or do you think that he just got off to a good start because people didn't understand what he was going to do? Or do you think that this is real? This is how he's going to be. This is how he's going to play. Let me know in the comment section below. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone.